It was just another late night at the office when the clock struck midnight, and the city fell into an eerie and settling silence. Alex stepped out onto the damp pavement, feeling the weight of the long hours pressing down on his tired shoulders. While breathing the cold air, he pulled out his phone to call a ride home, but the screen seemed to glow with an unnaturally bright and piercing white light. A white car pulled up almost immediately, as if it had been waiting in the shadows for his specific signal to arrive. The door opened with a soft click, inviting him into the relative warmth of the cabin, away from the biting night wind. The interior was bathed in a cold, dim blue light that made everything look unnatural and drained of all human life. The route did not make sense from the start, but the driver did not say a single word or even acknowledge his presence. Alex looked down at his phone and noticed the GPS route was flickering and drawing a path into a massive black void. The car turned away from the familiar city lights and began navigating through streets that grew increasingly narrow and completely unrecognizable. The vibrant pulse of the city disappeared entirely, replaced by an abandoned and desolate landscape where no houses or streetlights could be seen. The map could not find them anymore, as if they were not anywhere at all, or perhaps they had left reality behind. Subtle visual glitches started to occur in the car as the interior light flickered and the engine hum changed into a low whisper. The taxi came to a slow and smooth stop at the edge of a pitch-black forest where the trees looked like skeletal fingers. Alex leaned forward to speak to the driver, but the figure remained perfectly motionless, staring straight ahead into the infinite darkness. In a sudden camera cut that felt like a glitch in time, the driver's seat was suddenly empty and the car became silent. The air inside the car turned freezing, and Alex could see his own breath misting in the air. As he reached for the handle, he stumbled out of the car and onto the cold, hard ground. As his phone began to vibrate with a sudden notification, the notification read that the trip was completed, but as he watched, the text began to glitch and change into something impossible. The screen now clearly stated that the trip had been completed 10 years ago on this very same night. He frantically scrolled through his history and found the same ride dated exactly a decade earlier. Over and over again, some rides never end, and they just repeat in a loop that stretches across time and space, catching travelers forever. A different passenger was visible in the back seat, looking just as tired and unaware as Alex had been when he started. The taxi vanished back into the mist, leaving Alex behind in a world that had forgotten him 10 years ago. This story will make you think twice before calling a taxi late at night when the streets are empty.